So as far as jabs that have more power and engage more of the full body, we don't really use just that shoulder flicker jab. That jab is the same motion as a back fist as well, that same relaxation in the shoulder. But if we want to throw a jab that has more power and can generate enough power even to knock somebody out, we have to engage the full body. So there's a few different ways I've learned to do it. One of them was from my boxing coach, Coach Tuin. He gave us an exercise, walking down a line and going back, on throwing a jab, preserving the power and the technique. And I should be able to demo it going back and forth right over here. But essentially, the way you do it is we have our hands in our fighting stance. When we throw, or when we place the front foot forward, we shoot the jab at the same time, turning our wrist. We're also using the shoulder to protect the chin. I'm not throwing the jab and jabbing myself in the face with my shoulder, but just naturally, as I punch, my chin's down, not in an uncomfortable hunched over way, but I'm still postured, and my shoulder is protecting myself. And I'm in a little bit more of a lunge. So I can start basically standing, which is very convenient for Muay Thai, and even a lot of kicking. A lot of above the waist kicks, you need to be pretty tall. But we could sink a little lower, throw that jab, retract the jab. After the jab's retracted, we bring the foot back, and then we can walk forward, throw the jab again, walk forward. So a few things that I'm not doing, which is important, is when I throw this jab, I'm not moving the back foot, okay? There are instances where you do move both feet. I just went over that flicker jab. This case, we want to preserve power. And if we want to preserve power, that strong leg needs to be stuck to the ground. Boom. Because we're pulling from the ground using our waist to generate that power, that turn, okay? So we want to keep it stuck to the ground. I want to finish my punch before I go back. I lose power if I jab and go back like this. But that is a variation of a jab that's not wrong. Just throwing this, okay? But if we want to preserve a lot of power, we fire the jab. I'm here on one side, jab, jab, jab. Then I could turn to this side, fire the jab. Boom. 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 A lot of beginners, when they punch, their back foot's always going everywhere. You want to avoid that. And then you want to give just a little bit of time when that retracts before you stand back up. If I have a strong cross, I use the jab to set up the power cross. I can use the jab to set up the power elbow, the power knee. I could even use the jab, step out here, use the jab, set up for a back kick. The jab can also be used to mess with someone's vision. You flick that jab in someone's face, their blinking kind of starts to match your jab. You're kind of setting a cadence for their vision, their blinking, as you throw the jab. It's very low cost throwing the jab. You can send it out, but there's exposure here. You could still get hit, but it's one of the more low cost, low risk things to throw out there. So I encourage people when they spar, utilize the jab intelligently, but don't be afraid to throw it out. A lot of times, fighters will throw the jab and not even intend to land it. They'll be out of that striking distance, but they throw the jab just to see how the opponent's moving, how the opponent's vision is, and then they'll go in with other strikes. So the jab can be used for a variety of different reasons. We have standard stepping in jab, but not using our back foot to step in, just the front foot. So if this is range right here, I measure. I'm out of range, but all I need to do is just step in, throw the jab. I walk around the bag, but when I walk, I'm not crossing my feet. I walk around the bag, throw the jab. Throw the jab. Notice my other hand is up. I'm protecting myself. A lot of beginners, when they throw the jab, the hand will go down. You want to keep the hand up. Throw the jab. I can move, I can feint, be nice and relaxed when I work the back.